Ah, me hotties. A very good evening to you, Dinky-Doo. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and I thought I'd pop up so we could say hi to you and see what's happening. Welcome, 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 I say. Lovely to have you with us. And tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live just for you and saying Dinky-Doo and welcome to you. That's what it's about, I say. And I think it's very important that we have you with us. So tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McClue is live just for you. Wednesday night pop up. We won't be up for long. We're just going to say hi and see what is happening. So good to have you with us. If you've just joined us, then a very warm welcome. Lots to talk about. And of course, as always, so little time to do it in. There's Stacey saying, hello, Scottie. Hello, Stacey. So I shall say to you, hello. Look at that. See? Ah, yes. I'm not just an athlete. There we are. Fantastic stuff. Now then, tell 10 to tell 10. There's John Boy just joined us. Welcome, welcome. I say good to have you with us. Never scroll, never troll. We're all here just for you. And that's what it is about. Scottie, hello, how are we? I've been sharing your stuff on all indie pages and groups. Tell 10 to tell 10. That's fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Kareem. Wonderful stuff. Scottie, what's your thoughts on Russia sending 4 bombers over British airspace? Well, as I say, all this is saber rattling. It's called saber rattling, and it's as old as the hills, hence the name saber rattling, when we used to fight with sabers. What changed the whole thing after thousands of years was the introduction of the mechanized machine gun in World War I. So there we go. Fantastic. So good to have everybody with us. Tremendous stuff. Hello, Kamraha'u, Hakama, Joey Joe, Fauci, Keed Millie Fauci on TikTok. Sure, Scottie McClue. Wonderful. Now then, there we are. How are you doing? What do you think about Boris? Oh, Stacey, what does one think about Boris? We'll just have to see how it pans out. I think they'll not get him out quickly. I think he'll hang around for a while because he's a bit non-stick, is Boris. Scottie, Celtic won 3-0 tonight. Yes, Kareem, absolutely incredible. I can remember a guy phoning the phone in, and he'd phoned up ostensibly to discuss whatever subject we were discussing that day. It was certainly nothing to do with football. He said, ho, ho, Celtic was smoking it last night. And of course, I don't like any bias with football on a radio show. So I said to him, I said, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? He said, no, I'm just saying Celtic was smoking it last night. Anyway, that was that. I said, right. Then a few weeks later, Celtic got absolutely thrashed. And he came on the phone to talk about something else. And I said, oh, before we start, were Celtic smoking it last night? And he said, you've no right to say that. Just very, very funny. Celtic winning 3-0, we like that. Kareem, what are you doing, you amazing man? You're posting on TikTok and on YouTube. There we are. That's what it's all about. Follow us as soon as you go on. Thank you, Amy. Very, very much appreciated. Everybody with an internet connection should be following Scottie McClue on TikTok. Very, very important. As I say, we'll not be up all night, but we'll stay up for a while and just see who's about. So if you're watching right now, get sharing and sharing and sharing and telling 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. That Scottie McClue is live just for you. Good evening, Scottie from Greenock. Ah, David, you're a branch of the green oak tree. It's so lovely to have you with us, and a big Dinky-Doo, I say. Fantastic. I've got the Strictly Live tour on Sunday afternoon. Absolutely buzzing. Good for you, Stacey. Go for it, I say. Dinky-Doo 3-0. Yes, all right, Lee, we get that. Do you like biscuits, Scottie? Doyle, I don't like biscuits, no. I adore biscuits. Having said that, I've lost a little bit of timber recently. Yes, off my planking. So there you go. So lost a bit of timber off my planking. Nautical maritime reference there, you see. And I don't really go in for so many biscuits as I used to. I used to start the day with a good few digestifs. Very, very important. Dinky-Doo, Stacey. How lovely to have you with us. But yes, the answer is, do I like biscuits? Big style. Do I like cake? Big style. But I would never body shame myself. Now, there we go. Fantastic. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome. Digestives or jammy dodgers? Oh, I think both, Doyle. I think we could probably handle both, not right at the same time. So, one, another wee sip of tea, perhaps another. That kind of idea, if you get it. Wow. Who's the handsome young man on the left? He looks familiar. Do you remember him? My goodness me, that's a long time ago. There he is. That's it. That's it. Long time ago, guys. Fantastic. Now, what else have we got here? Who is on the TikTok chatting away? Chewy's just joined us. Follow us as soon as you come on, guys. We've got lots and lots to do. And let's tap the screen. Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. And tell everybody that you're watching Scottie McClue. Very, very important. Otherwise, if they don't know it's on, they won't be able to come and join us, and that's not good for them. If you're watching on the YouTube, go down to the bottom left of the picture. You'll see a little thumbs up logo. Click that, and that gives us the thumbs up to know that you are there. Fantastic. Encourage everybody, it says here. Tell 10 to tell 10. Well, hello there, team. Hello, Jerry. Good to have you with us. Hi, Kareem. You should not talk about football. You should not rub it in. You're going to make Rangers fans angry. Be at your door. Martin, don't be silly. Rangers fans don't get angry. There we are. Right. I think you've been told that story about the bogeymen, Martin. Fantastic. Stacey says, I'm on shakes once a day. Therefore, I notice the difference. Right. I'll not do the advert, Stacey, but you're on the old shakes. Fantastic. That's what it's about. Who have we got here? Thank you for all the likes. Very much appreciated. Scotty, how are you? We're fine, Chewy. Tremendous stuff. The lives are playing up a bit tonight. Let me just see what's going on. See if we can put a stop to this. I don't want the lives playing up because it's not fair on you guys. So I'm going to sort it out right away if I can. Right. Now tell me if that's better, guys. Okay. Have a wee look and say, right, no, that's a lot better, Scotty. Fantastic stuff. Dinky-Doo. Kareem, thank you for sending me beautiful gifts, mini speakers, footballs, TikToks, red roses, all these wonderful, wonderful gifts. You are such a top man. Lots of dunderheads tonight watching the football. They'll have been watching the football, you see, and then they'll come on here talking a bit of nonsense. There we go. Hi, Scotty. How's you, buddy, says Martin. I'm in 1986 episodes of Take the High Road. Martin and Emma, a big Take the High Road fan, aren't we all? Tremendous stuff. You can get it on the STV player, and it's super. Thank you so much, Kareem, for my beautiful gifts. Can somebody tell me if the lives are looking a bit better now? Big battles in the streets of Glasgow tonight before the match. Yeah, they need to put a stop to that, Robert. Somebody needs to tell Rangers and Celtic that they are both exactly the same religion. Exactly the same. No difference at all, right? They might be different denominations of the one religion, but they're all Christian brothers, and they should be together, I say. Hello, Scotty. Listened to you for years. Thank you, Mark. Appreciated. Dinky-Doo, thank you for following as well. So there should be zero battles between them apart from dancing. And when the COVID thing is over, then they'll be able to give each other a hug. Yes, the lives are running better. Running better now, Robert, with a little bit flash, that sort of idea, and people giving up on it. I notice if the lives aren't running, people don't hang about and stick with it. They're spoiled nowadays with perfection on the internet, high speed. Shout out to the Glasgow Celtic. Yes, absolutely. We are the hoops and mon the people. There we go. Fantastic. Good. It wouldn't surprise me if the police are watching social media. So they should, Martin. It would never surprise me. There we are. Have you watched? No, I haven't, Stacey. I haven't watched it yet, but whatever that is. Are you going back to a radio station this year? We might, Shane. It depends. It depends who asks. The ton are rising, Scotty. Mon the mighty ton. I say, mon the ton. Wonderful. We like that. Now, what have we got here? There's official Dinky-Doo official. Have you with us, and a very warm welcome. Betty Jo's just joined us. Betty Jo, I hope you're in better trim tonight and looking at things a bit more positively. Thousands and thousands of people are joining Scottie McClue on the internet, Betty Jo. And remember, you had a wee bit doubt. Not too sure, Scotty. Ooh, all that sort of idea. No, it just needs the want to get round there. And obviously, there's so much on social media that it takes very, very special people, top human beings, to tell 10 about Scottie McClue live just for you, saying Dinky-Doo. So good, says Stacey. Oh, it's excellent, Stacey. This is what we want. Celtic legend, Scottie McClue. Absolutely. We are the hoops. Mon the people. Yes, absolutely. We're simply the hoops. Is that how it goes? Something like that. Tesco's got lots of things in, says Martin's doing an advert, so I'll not do the advert, Martin. So I'll just say hi. Tremendous stuff. Scotty, a lot of people talking about Wraith Rovers and their signing. Well, absolutely, Kareem, but there's obviously two sides to this. The traditional Wraithians are not prepared to sort of let things go into the past, but or some of them, but I notice others are saying, oh no, this is good for the club, good signing. So, you know, there's two camps about all these things, a divided opinion, I say, and it seems like the club aren't for shifting on it. Quite interesting from what I can gather just from watching the news, because as you know, what I know about football, you could probably get on a postage stamp. Good evening from Stirling, Scotty. Tom Lowe. I love Stirling. I started your radio station there 30 years ago, Central FM. John Boyd from Port Glasgow. Well done, Celtic. Absolutely. What's your thoughts, Scotty? A second chance to these players, says Robert Hume. Well, yes, I mean, rehabilitation is what we do as society, you know? So, you know, it's there's two ways of thinking about it, two ways of looking about all these things, and people have very, very strong opinions on these things. So there we are. Pity about the result tonight. So there we are, says Darren Ellis. But anyway, how are you, good sir? There we are. Well, it's just one of these things, Darren, isn't it? You know, that's the stuff. Now, wow, says Kirsty, excellent. You celebrity interviews on radio. Oh, yes, indeed. You'll get them on YouTube, guys. So look up Scottie McClue talks to Bill McMurdo. Scottie McClue talks to, who else have we got on there? David Heyman, the top actor. And you'll hear me do some interviews on there. You can look them up on the YouTube and enjoy yourself, I say. Scotty, what do you think about World War III? Well, fortunately, we're not in it at the moment. And fortunately, we don't want it. And fortunately, it's not any good to either of the protagonists, either, or even the antagonists. So there you are, because if it starts, we'd all be blown to smithereens and the game would be up. So there we go. Scotty, did Thatcher sort this country out when she fought with the unions? I looked at an old program on the strikes of the 70s. Yes, Jerry, she didn't really do herself any good by doing that, because she destroyed the country she was supposed to be in charge of. If you look at governments over the years, some of them have been very, very destructive. Look at what Dr. Beeching did to the railways in the early 60s. Tremendous damage. Look what Thatcher did to the whole infrastructure and the industrial side of this country. But then again, They knew they were going to make fossil fuels history. So she had to grasp the nettle. But she did tremendous damage to Scotland. And I think only independence would probably sort it out. So there we are. Tom Dinky-Doo, I'll not say that about a company. Scotty, I've spent many years waiting for McClue to return to the public eye. And at last I've found you, Flying Norseman. So lovely to have you with us, and Dinky-Doo. It makes me laugh because we've had a couple of trolls recently going, Scotty, give it up. And you think, why? And why would you even say that? So there's obviously a wee bit of jealousy out there of the fact that McClue is approaching 30 years. Did you see the game, Scotty? No, but I don't actually follow football. I'm not terribly interested in it, to be honest. My father was a great gardener, and on a Saturday afternoon, I would help him rather than go to football. And it was a wise decision I made. But the only problem is I don't know very much about football. And I did have one of the world's top football agents as my agent. I shared George Best's agent. And so there we are. That's what it's about. But it's very interesting. Scotty, what do you think about the Donald's chances in 2024, Make America Great Again? Louise, I think his chances, if he runs, are very, very high. Because I think virtually everybody in America who's switched on is realizing they made a bit of a mistake. And I mean, even I thought the Donald was a bit much at the time, but my goodness, they're missing him now. And America's a bit of a shadow of the country. I mean, who would you rather have dealing with Mr. Putin, Mr. Biden, or Mr. Trump? You've got to ask yourself questions like that. You know, however, it is Mr. Biden because he is POTUS. So there we go. Scotty, I'm just putting in a kiss. Maria, you are so lovely. Mwah! To Maria Knight. Lovely, lovely lady. Maria, you still haven't told me, are you a Yorkshire lass or a Derbyshire lass? Because you're kind of on the cusp there, aren't you? Right, well, we can't discuss that, Shane, because that is what you would call sub judice, so cannot be mentioned. Yes, I do get upset. I don't expect lay people to understand how these things work, but you can't mention them when it's live. I had a problem on Saturday night. A very nice contributor just said too much of the wrong thing, and we had to edit the show. Whoever has McClue has the market. Correct indeed, Flying Norseman. Your vids on my YouTube so I can watch them all. Maria Knight, absolutely. Yes, and hopefully you will hear yourself getting a mention. So there we go. Robert says, can't discuss it. Quite right, Robert. Good for you. A prize for Robert, top man. Anything that made money, the Iron Lady privatized it. Yes, and she flogged off Scottish shipyards cheap to, I think, a company I think her own husband was involved in. I've no time for that sort of nepotism, I say. I placed a £20 bet with my brother George. Scotty McClue will be back on the radio in 2022. Flying Norseman, we cannot let you down. We need to save your £20. Do you play music? I can't play music, Diggers Golf, because it would hit the copyrights. And it's rather sad. Somebody said, oh, I saw your Hogmanay show, and I thought, the Hogmanay show was outstanding, but we can't play the music. Otherwise, everybody would have dumped the television, the radio, the lot, and come and join Scotty McClue's Hogmanay Bash. There you have it. Dinky-Doo. Evening, Scotty, and everyone else is Gary. Jerry says, I agree, re-closing down the car plants, the gold pits, the railway going down south. These jobs will never return to Scotland. No, and they're making squeaky noises about levelling up at the moment. I can't see it, right? I mean, okay, if Scotland's on a par with London in 8 years' time, then I'll maybe have a quick chew on a bit of my bonnet. I won't say I'll eat my hat, but I can't see it, because they've never actually delivered on the promises. So there we are. How is Matey Boy and Professor Numpty Head? I think they're fine, Martin. The last time I heard, they were doing very well. Dinky-Doo. So no, we don't play music. Sorry, says Shane. Shane, no need to apologize. You didn't know that. So there we are. Ra ra ha 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 is asking a personal question. Ra ra ha ha ha. We don't ask people about their personal lives on here, and you mustn't assume everybody shares yours. There we are. So we'll put you down, the Swanee, for not understanding. Ra ra ha 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 has been blocked for life. Bye bye, Lala. There we are. He's gone. Okay. I've been a fan of yours for years, Scotty. Your patience and perseverance is admirable. Betty Joe, you are admirable. Betty Joe, you are admirable as well. But I didn't want you picking up on negativity. Anybody can be negative. You're much, much better than that. And you've got to realize that I'm not going anywhere until the good Lord calls me. So it's, that's it. The trumpet shall sound, and I will cross the river Jordan. But until then, we shall be pressing on. Scottie McClue is going nowhere. If people choose to listen, that's beautiful. If people choose not to, that's absolutely fine. We live in a world of personal freedom and choice. Yes, and anything that threatens that world, we must eradicate it immediately. There we are. Scotty, will McClue's radio ever reach the Isle of Man? Jonathan, I used to broadcast to the Isle of Man every single night on Red Rose Gold. It was fantastic. Because I remember we brought up a subject about should we ban the TT because it's dangerous, and the calls from the Isle of Man. Yes, and of course I used to go to the Isle of Man through Border Television when I read the news on Border Television. Isle of Man, very big. I remember walking down the street in Glasgow and somebody came up and said, "Hello, I can't believe we've met you." And I thought, I don't know who this is. I said, "Sorry, you'll need to tell me, you'll need to remind me." They said, "Oh, I've never actually met before. We're from the Isle of Man and we watch you every day." So there we are. Martha says, "I'd love you to come to Ardrossan." Well, we might do that. I remember we went out to Lanarkshire one day. You'd have thought the Queen had arrived. Everybody was hanging out the windows. So there we are. Fantastic. Very kind of you to say so, Betty Joe. And you and I are fine. Scotty, hello from Birmingham. Think you do. Hello, Bradley. How are you doing in Birmingham? Yep, you're correct. Her husband was a shareholder in Trafalgar House. There you are, David. And did they not buy the shipyards quite cheap? The Clyde shipyards. Oh, it makes me shiver when I think of the wonderful families, the Greenock families, the Port Glasgow families, the Lithgows. Yes, the wonderful Lithgows who did so much for Port Glasgow and Greenock. Who else did we have? We had Harland and Wolff in Greenock, but they only built one ship. And they moved the old West Kirk from Dalrymple Street along to the corner of the Esplanade and Campbell Street, stone by stone, that little church. And it's one of the first post-Reformation churches. I think it was something like 1593 that church was built originally. There we are. How's Emma tonight? Martin says, "Susan, Merry Christmas, Martin." Says, "Hello, my friend Scotty," says TV Human Detector. "Great to see you, sir. Best wishes from Darren in Nottingham." We love Nottingham, Darren. As you know, Scottie McClue is huge in the Midlands. People don't realise that. Glad to hear it, pal. Not at all, Betty Joe. I know you're actually a closet fan of McClue's. There we are. "I heard a rumour that Scottie McClue once crashed the national grid as 20,000 people phoned in." No, flying Norseman. 460,000 phoned in in the 1 week. I still hold the record for phone calls to a radio station. So there we are. Excellent stuff. 326 days to Christmas, says Martin. Martin's obsessed with Christmas. Sir Robert Peel. Greetings, good sir. Good greetings, Bobby. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. Were you born in Glasgow? Not actually born in Glasgow, no. Can you play the bagpipes? I can't, Bradley, but my father was a great bagpiper. And if you look at your TikTok videos, you'll see my father, Big Archie. Lovely. You'll see it in the videos, quite a recent one, and you'll see him playing the pipes. And look at his playing fingers. They are incredible. Absolutely incredible piping fingers. And my grandfather was an outstanding piper. And my great uncle used to be a bagpipe maker of note. I heard they listened to McClue in the International Space Station, the only broadcaster in space. Flying Norsemen, they listen to McClue everywhere. McClue is known to 2 billion people throughout the world. It makes me laugh when people say, ha ha, you think you're famous. I say, no, I don't think anything of the sort. I know. So there we are. Fantastic. Now then, Dinky-Doo, Dinky-Doo. Scotty, you don't need to justify your success. You've been excellent and you will continue to be a star. Kareem, you are very, very kind. And I thank you. I don't actually have to justify anything, but people do like to ask. Glasgow is green and white, says Sean. Well, Glasgow's a mixture of green and white, and red, white, and blue. Hello from Hull. We love you in Hull. Dinky-Doo, Mr. Kipper. Right, what have we got? Mr. Cripper, sorry. Scotty McClue, how much do TikTok pay to host your wonderful show? Well, TikTok don't pay at all for me to host my wonderful show. I do it for you, Flying Norseman. So there we go. But a lot of people give me lovely little TikTok gifts and red roses, and people like Maria Knight and Kareem and all these wonderful, I Am Steel, they all send through these things. Very, very kind. And we use it to buy little bits of equipment, like I'm saving up for a better camera. Shh. Don't tell the camera that. Hi, camera, everything's fabulous. Just in case it goes on the blink. Let's talk about food. Scotty loves it. I do. And all that sort of stuff. Yes, absolutely. I don't believe it, says Martin. Yes, Martin's doing the old. Remember, I don't believe it. He was from Greenock. Yes, he is from Greenock. The actor in there, wonderful, wonderful actor. So there you are. So Flying Norseman, nothing doing there. What does Dinky-Doo mean, says Bradley. Bradley, Dinky-Doo means is all well with you and the world. Yes, indeed. When Scotty McClue going on tour, we must fly Norseman, but not during the COVID. You can't do it during the COVID. Scotty, we have a wee holiday this year down south or up north. I will, Kareem. I'll probably go up north. What is your profession, son? My profession is broadcasting on television or radio and academia. So there we are. Fantastic. I'm also an academic. That's my profession. I say I inform, I educate, and I entertain big style. And that's what it's all about. The Glasgow bin men in strike the streets, just not Professor Numpty Head. You know, you've a cheek knocking Glasgow streets when you're coming from Edinburgh, where they used to shout, Gardy Lou, and empty their chanty out the windy. There we are. Ho-de ho. Aye, Jerry. Scone and jam and cream. Oh, Martin, stop. So there we are. Absolutely lovely to have you with us, Liz. Scotty, good night. God bless. Kareem, good night. You need to get to Bobo's, and so do I. I can't believe the time. What do you think about Boris Johnson? Well, all I can say about Boris is tut, tut, tuttity, tut, 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 tut. There we are, a good old Scottish answer. There we are. Kirsty says, do you prefer hoops or beans? Well, tonight it's a case of mon the hoops, even although we like the jelly bean. When on holiday, should you be greeted by a piper and the town mayor flying Norseman? What a lovely thing to say. I have actually been greeted by a piper. If you look at the TikTok videos, you'll see I was the chieftain of the Highland Games. And I was greeted by 1,000 pipers. There we go. Tremendous stuff, I say. And the town mayor. There we are. We don't call them the mayor up here. We call them the provost. The provost. Strawberry tarts. Aha, Scotty. Fantastic. Did you like that one? There we are. Mon the hoops and mon the beans. Mon the jelly bean. I say. And we are the hoops. Mon the people. Have I got that round the right way? Fish and chips and chicken nuggets and curry sauce and chips and mince and tatties. Yeah, but not on the one plate at the one time, Martin. I think that would be fair to say. Wonderful stuff. Right, guys, I think we're going to have to do one. We're out of time. How has Boris survived? People have gone for far less. Is it pig-headedness? Yes. But you see, it never does you any good. But this is kind of Boris's last big political job, because where do you go after being prime minister? So he'll have to go on the international speaking circuit after that. And that's kind of it, really. Scotty, don't go. You're my only friend, Scotty. Please stay. Flying Norseman. You have got millions of friends since you came on here. I can tell you all that. Right, Martin, chuck it with the food now. We'll finish on crusty bread. What a lovely thing to say. Right, we are out of time. It's been an absolute blast tonight, guys. Lovely being with you. That's 11 o'clock. Can you believe it? I did believe it. Scotty, my square wheel won't go round. No, it won't go round. Why have you reinvented the wheel? Numpty head. Can I say goodnight to the beautiful, beautiful TikTokers? We love you. Look at every single Scotty McClue TikTok video and like it and share it. Watch, like, and share. There's great stuff for you. Good night, Scotty, Suzanne, Matt, Jerry, sleep well. Bye, says Kirsty. Bye, Kirsty. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. Now, what have we got here? Get Boris a job on here. What's your opinion on Hamilton? It's a very nice town. I can tell you that for nothing. I used to work in Hamilton. Can I say good night? God bless, Dinky-Doo, and ta-ra. And you can stick your tongue out and say ta-ta. Try this one. Are you ready? Ta-ta. That's our beautiful TikTokers. There we are. What a great crowd of lovely, lovely people. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the YouTube channel. Of course, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell. Very, very important. Get subscribing, get tapping the bell. Is the picture quite good on the old YouTube? Do tell us about that. Lol, Jerry, listen to you guys. I'm going to say good night to you. See if I can type it. Good night. Oh, there we are. And Dinky-Doo, of course. Right, has that come up? So it should say, there we are. Good night, all, and Dinky-Doo. Fantastic. Lovely to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. You're beautiful, beautiful people. This is Scotty McClue saying Dinky-Doo to you. Ta-ra, lads. Ho. Ho.